Hello, my dear students. Welcome to a new explanation about the activities. This video is for the students that weren't in my class. We are going to remember the learning. The learning is proponer secuencia de textos relacionadas con imágenes donde se establezca la narración de hechos importantes. Acciones reflexivas. Organiza secuencialmente sucesos a partir del análisis de imágenes. Emplea el tiempo pasado simple por medio de la interpretación de secuencia de imágenes. Ok, estas son las actividades a trabajar del 13 al 17 de julio. Conceptualization. Explicación docente. The simple past is used to talk about an action that concluded at a time earlier than the current one. The duration is not relevant. The time in which the action is found may be recent past or a distant past. Bien. El pasado simple se utiliza para hablar sobre una acción que concluyó en el momento anterior al actual. La duración no es relevante. El momento en que se encuentra la acción puede ser el pasado reciente o un pasado lejano. In English, we have two kinds of verbs, the regular verbs and irregular verbs. En el idioma inglés tenemos dos tipos de verbos, los regulares y los irregulares. At first, regular verbs form the past, adding ed or d at the end of the verb. Example, live, lived, play, played. Pay attention. En este caso, tenemos el ejemplo del verbo vivir, live. Como este verbo termina en e, no le vamos a duplicar la e, sino que simplemente le agregamos la d al ser conjugado en el tiempo pasado. Otro es el caso del verbo play. Play. A este verbo le agregamos ed. ¿Ok? Continuamos con los verbos irregulares. Irregular verbs. They mostly change its writing. Ellos, en su mayoría, cambian su escritura. Example, write. Write. In past time is wrote. Wrote. Fíjense que cambia su escritura totalmente. Another example, buy. Buy. In past time is bought. Bought. Cambió también totalmente la escritura de este verbo. Ok. According to this information, we are going to realize the first activity. Organize the images, writing numbers in the square. Then describe and analyze this document following the questions given. Bien, vamos a organizar las imágenes escribiendo en los cuadrados números para que queden organizadas y luego vamos a describir y analizar este documento o historieta siguiendo las preguntas dadas. ¿Ok? Calvin and Hobbes. Pay attention. Oh, wait. Yes, I do here. Fíjense lo que está ocurriendo en esta imagen. ¿Qué está ocurriendo? ¿Cuál es la expresión de estos chicos? For a kid with a monosyllabic vocabulary, he is awful persuasive. Okay. What are you looking in this imagine? Tenemos a un chico pensativo. Y fíjense lo que acaba de decir aquí. Te puedes ayudar del diccionario de inglés para que puedas comprender. Pay up quick. Forget it. Mo, I'm not giving you money. Miren la expresión del chico. ¿Cómo es la expresión de su rostro? Miren la expresión del otro chico, su postura sobre todo. In fact, don't even have any. Miren la expresión. Analicen y analicen al otro niño. Okay, according to this imagine, you are going to analyze and organize the sequence. Okay, in this square you are going to number the situation. What do you think is the first imagine according to a good sequence? What is the number 2, 3, and 4? Okay, then you have to answer these questions. Who are the characters? These are the characters. Okay. Where does the scene take place? Give a clue. See what is going on. This expression going on is the same as what happened. Esa expresión es lo mismo que what happened. ¿Qué sucede? Focus on Calvin's face. Analicen la imagen de Calvin. How does he look in each picture? ¿Cómo luce él en estas imágenes? Why is this comic strip funny? ¿Qué es lo que hace a este cómic divertido? What shows that Calvin is a clever little boy? Clever is a synonym as intelligent, okay? Intelligent. You have to answer these questions in these lines. Okay, deben responder estas preguntas escribiendo en estas líneas. The next activity. Look at the images and read the next story. Then complete the activities. Van a mirar las imágenes y van a leer la historia, después completar las actividades. Read the story about Sue. Sue was a factory worker in 1920. She was only 10 years old when she began to work. She had to get up at 4 a.m. She had to get at the shoe factory on foot. On foot is the same as walking. Okay? In the factory, she had to clean the bathrooms. She is cleaning the bathroom. Then she had to scrub the floors. Scrub the floors. At 7 a.m., she had to start working in a big machine. She used to finish her work at 8 p.m. Sue came back home at 9, but she couldn't rest because she had to cook, wash clothes, and take care of her 3 little brothers. She only could rest going to the church. That is a hard work every day. Answer the questions using simple past tense. Responde las preguntas empleando el pasado simple. Number 1. Where did Sue work? Recuerda contestar empleando el verbo en pasado. Number 2. How old was she? How old was she? Number 3. How did she have to go to the factory? How did she have to go to the factory? 4. What time did she have to go to get up? What time did she have to get up? 5. In the factory, what did she have to do first? In the factory, what did she have to do first? 6. What did she have to do next? What did she have to do next? In the next activity, write in the parentheses true or false. Escribe en el paréntesis true or false. Recuerden que true es verdadero y false, falso. Number 1. Sue had to work from 7 to 8 p.m. Here, true or false. Sue couldn't rest at home. She had to prepare breakfast for his 3 little brothers. 4. She could go to the church on Sunday. 5. She worked in a big clothes factory. In the last activity, you have to complete the sentences using the verb in past time. Okay? All the verbs that are in parentheses, you have to write it in the line using simple past. Okay? Simple past. Number 1. Sue come back home at 9. Remember, in the line you have to write this verb in past time. She had start working at 7 a.m. 3. She 10 years when she to work. ¿Ok? Recuerden, deben completar aquí en la línea empleando el verbo en tiempo pasado. Los verbos están en el paréntesis. Aquí finalizan las actividades de la primera fase, de esta segunda fase de la guía. Enviar al Classroom, y aquí está el código, fecha límite 17 de julio. Se tendrá en cuenta el uso del tiempo pasado en la descripción de las secuencias de imágenes y la entrega puntual. Okay, my dear students, that's all for this week. Esto es todo por esta semana. And remember, stay at home. I want to see you again. Quédate en casa, te quiero volver a ver. God is still blessing you. Dios te siga bendiciendo. Bye bye.